Check 1 2.
Check 3 4.
go live. All right, welcome to the Curling Alberta Senior Provincial Championships 2024. This is Team Paul versus Team Tanton. Your commentators today, I'm Rob Lane. I'm on the board of directors here, and my guest commentator is Brad Kokorayanis, Provincial Mixed Champion. Welcome, Brad.
Hey, Rob, how you doing?
Good.
Thanks for having me.
You betcha. I think we got a great game coming up today. It's tight. We were looking at the standings just before, and there's a lot of teams tied at 3-2. Brad, do you got the rundown for us here?
Absolutely. On sheet A, we have Steve Mackey versus Hellwig. Mackey's at 2-3. Hellwig's at 3-2. On sheet B, we have Terry Meek versus Wade White. Meek's at 3-2 and Wade's at 2-3. On sheet C, we have Griffith at 1-4 versus Team Park at 3-2, and our feature game is Tanton at 3-2 versus Team Paul at 3-2. So it's quite the cluster of teams at 3-2. So we got some pretty big games here, determining what's going to happen in the second last draw of the round robin.
Absolutely, yeah. So there are literally 5 teams right now tied at 3-2. So these 3-2 teams, they need to win. Destiny's in their hands, and we got some tight games. So first rock out of the game from the Tanton team, and looks like he's coming in just a hair deep here. He's going to slide behind the tee line, not where he wanted to start at. Hang on, just hanging on the back.
Yeah, exactly.
Rob, did you see who threw second in practice there? Was it, I think it was Paul that threw second. So sometimes when you have to wait that extra 10 minutes while the other team's throwing practice, the ice gets a little bit faster, and this isn't really that uncommon to see a heavy lead rock.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
Good corner guard coming up from the Paul team. They'll be happy with that result.
Absolutely. Looks like they're rearing to go here in end number 1.
Yeah, these guys are getting after it right away.
Absolutely. Just talking to you before the game started, it seems like the ice has been really good. So if it's been consistent, these guys 6 games in here, they're going to be going after things while the ice is still good here right at the beginning of the game.
Yeah, looks like he had the broom right on the edge of 8, and he's calling for just over center line. So that's a solid 4 feet of curl, which the curlers love to see that. Speed's been real consistent as well.
Awesome to hear.
Oh.
Pretty much right where he called it.
In the throw house.
So James Paul looking for just a hit and roll here, a little bit of a roll. Control weight.
Yep.
So Brad, you've won at provincials before. Yep. Did you like getting after it right away, or did you always like an end or two to kind of feel out your opponent?
Sorry, John. Good throw.
I think it just comes down to comfort, how comfortable the team is with the ice. Obviously, with practice, it helps a lot, but this is a big game, and with all of those teams, both of these teams at 3-2, and so basically you're in control of your own destiny if you keep winning. Losing's not a good thing here, and you might as well go in battle for all 8 ends starting in sheet number 1, or sorry, starting in end number 1. So it really just depends on the game, but like I'm not surprised at all these guys going out and firing. And I'm not really familiar with Team Tanton, but I'm not surprised that James is really kind of dictating play right here. James is a reigning provincial champion. The reigning provincial champion, I think, for the last 2 years. And so it's not surprised to see him put up that guard and go after this right away.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, so James Paul is looking for the three-peat. Prior to that, Wade White won 5 provincials in a row. So amazing how Alberta gets dominated by a couple teams at the men's level, at the senior men's level. real testament to the skills and the effort these guys put in.
Yeah, the talent in Alberta is amazing. All the way from juniors, all the way up to seniors and masters. There was kind of a running joke for a long time, in that seniors was harder than men's to win, because you had your top teams in men's, but you had all of these really, really good teams that are competing at the senior level. So I think we're in for some really good curling this afternoon.
Yeah, for sure.
Just playing a little bit of cat and mouse here, trying to jockey for position.
Yeah, that was a nice little roll to the outside just to hang on the biter, forcing the Tanton team to deal with it.
Yeah, I'm not sure if
And I think they hung on there. Yeah, just from our view here, looks like they've hung on.
James can get shot here, though, so I think he's going to use that corner guard, might as well.
Absolutely. Yeah, he's not terribly worried. Those are two biters from the opposition on the outside, but he have and hammer. They're not in a lot of danger. They're out in the wide open. He's going to go behind his corner guard to take advantage of it.
Absolutely.
It's a mistake a lot of junior teams make, is that they have that corner guard and then they get trapped into that, like you said, that cat and mouse game, and forget that they put that corner guard there and they don't use it. So something for people to learn and keep an eye on is, understand what tools are available out to you, out on the ice to you.
Shot kill.
Rob, I think that's why I lose to you, is because I probably would have hit here, and you would have roped me in. So.
Well, maybe once on a Wednesday night when nothing was on the line. I don't have a provincial championship, Brad. You do, so.
You have an Oilman's.
I have an Oilman's. That is true. I have an Oilman's. I have two Oilman's.
Two Oilman's. I'll never be able to match that. So, a really good shot here. Who we're still in second rocks, right? Looks like Team Tanton's going to chase.
This is first third stones. Sorry.
First third stones. Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah, Team Tanton chasing.
Are you going to get it by here?
No, I think they're just a hair tight. I think weight was pretty good. If they got by, I think that was right where they wanted it to be. So.
Top 8.
So that yellow rock still looks pretty covered. And James Paul really applying the pressure now. He's coming around the red guard.
Yeah. See what Mark Klink can do here.
Mark and James have curled together for a long time. Yeah. Yes. So these two know each other quite well and know their skill sets.
Hard, boys.
Boys are really working this one.
Hard. Not
quite. Again, a little bit of curl catching these guys. Well, they can't complain about the amount of curl. It's going for you. So you got to make sure that you get out to that broom, and you can't be soft on that rotation.
Absolutely, but that's all you can ask for in a competition like this is consistent curl, consistent speed. It's great. This is the first game I've watched of provincials this week too, and just looking at the ice right off the bat too, pretty impressed. And kudos to the ice team here at Calgary Curling Club, Rob, and I'm not sure who else is on the team anymore, but it's a big week for these guys, right? So.
Yep. No, Rob, Mila. And the rest of the crew have done just an amazing job. I know this is one of their big events for the year, and they really did gear up for this. So they do a great job all the time, but they definitely went above and beyond for this week. So great to see.
Absolutely, really good shot here.
Yeah, great come around there.
Yeah. Going to put a little bit of pressure on, here on Mark.
Whoa.
Looks like they're just throwing about hackers.
Yeah.
Hard, John.
Working it though.
Yeah.
He's close.
Off. Kelly, roll it in.
Might get a big split
John,
here.
get this one in. Get this one in.
Called the audible. Saw it was going to wreck,
It's
so
the wrong spin.
hoping for a spin on. I don't quite know if it's. If it's on, I don't think it's out counting one of the two reds. So, but that's okay. Opened it up. Still sitting second shot is the Paul team, and so Tanton needs to throw up a good guard here if that's what they're going for. It looks like.
Mark going around and checking the rocks while the other team's calling shots here. It's good. these guys probably play each other enough that you can be a little bit casual on the ice, and that's good to see.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm not quite ready to run down to the ice level to check for everybody yet, but maybe by the fifth end I'll run down there if we have some questions about rocks
we
biting.
got some tight calls, yeah. So this one's more about line than depth. I mean, obviously you got to have a fairly tight guard. You don't want to leave it too high because of the amount of curl that we have, but definitely want to cover that center line.
Yeah, actually looking at this now, it is pretty important if that yellow rock is in play or not. It's a pretty important guard here if Paul's sitting 2-3.
Guard coming to rest here. That looks pretty good.
Looks pretty
Take
good.
it out with the intern.
Thinks he can get it with the. Thinks he can get it with the out turn and. Hack waiter. He's calling a hack waiter here. Okay. Can't see a lot of that rock, but with the curl
Same weight
we've
Mark
seen,
just had, just hack.
Yeah. That's the thing about playing these teams that are at the seniors level is that they all have their touch games down, and so shots like this, I remember playing James quite a few times, and he's a master at making touch shots like this. So
sweeper's on right away, just too clean.
John!
Looking for some curl. He's going to be close. Does he have enough? Just
too much weight.
a hair wide. A little too much weight, he's saying. Okay. Well, he moved it out from behind the guard, so.
Yeah, he just saw a couple guards, a couple of Mark's shots curl too. So
we can go here.
Yeah, might have just been a little cautious on that one. But
Yep. Just
time for
We want to be over our kind of
Santos to
Christmas
put on
here.
some potentially put on some pressure here.
Yeah, if he gets a second shot, kind of Christmas tree sort of situation is probably the best that he's going to look for and force James Paul to a shot for one. It'll be important for him to get inside nose on shot rock. Just try and not leave a double.
Absolutely.
So a great first end to start here. Both teams pretty evenly matched.
Help him, man. Help him, Mark.
Might be a little short here.
Yeah, sounds like it might be a little late. Really needs to come in for second shot here. Even if you leave shot rock completely exposed, you just want to make sure you're at least second shot.
Whoa.
Really nice.
Yeah. Perfect spot.
Yeah, exactly. So
I'm just gonna
James
throw,
Paul
like,
does have a wide open hit,
just like
but
border
he
kind
was
of stuff.
always going to have
they'll
either a
curl
wide
at the
open
end.
draw or.
I'd rather give him the roll than not.
Yeah, he's always going to have the wide open draw or the hit. So you take whatever you're feeling most comfortable with. I always defer to the player
Just
throwing
like
the shot as
board.
to whether they prefer on that given day the hit or the draw. And again, sounds like he just called board. So he's not looking to overthrow this. Another important things for people to remember out there is you won't need to stick around here. So you don't need to. I know you're getting rid of it, but normal isn't always the default takeout weight.
Clean. Yep. Oh, clean. Oh, Kelly. Clean. Yep.
Looks really nice. Just a hair inside nose. Gets the perfect roll. And that's a score of 1 for Team Paul in the first end. turn me back on. Okay. So over on sheet A, it looks like Hellwig scored 3 in the first end over Steve Mackey. On sheet B, they haven't posted the score yet. And it was a blank. Was it a blank? Yeah, looks like it. Sorry. Sheet B, White versus Meek was a blank. And on sheet C, Park versus Griffith, Team Park scored a deuce in the first end. So, all right, second end action starting here on sheet D. So Corey Wilson leading things off for us.
No, John Schmidt.
Oh, sorry, John Schmidt. Pardon me.
I'm sure Corey's watching and
Yes.
a part of every single rock right now. So
Thanks for the correction there. Sorry, I read the wrong name.
Line's good.
Missed the alternate
Yep.
there.
Go, Mark. Okay, you're good.
James starting with the classic center line guard.
Good shot, John. Out of white. Yep. Yep. A little bit. Yep.
Now they are playing
Get
with
out
the
of center.
center line
All
no
right.
tick rule
Well done.
in this event. The center line no tick rule is in play
Creator
for
corner.
all provincial and national playdowns. The World Curling Tour is using it. It is not an official rule in the Curling Canada rule book yet. It has only been brought in to play for provincial and national championships. So the decision's still out there as to whether it'll be put in play. I suspect it probably will for future years. But for now, it's just at the provincial and national level that they're playing the center line no tick rule. So really important, really important that John Schmidt stuck on the center line there.
absolutely, Leeds just got too good at ticking, and it was really great to see this rule brought in. Everything's been really exciting. Just every end at just watching the Briar and the Scotties the last couple of weeks have been exciting, and people have come back. So I'm really glad to see that the World Curling World Curling Federation is open to making changes like this to make our game more exciting.
Yep, for sure. It just keeps
Line's
that many
good.
more rocks in play and forces some of those tougher shots in the latter half of the game.
Hard.
Absolutely.
Hard. Gotta go. Gotta go. Hard, boys. Hard, boys. Hard.
Just
Good
gonna
shot.
tick off that.
Good sweeping.
Yeah, not too bad though. Still in control zones.
And the important thing is he rolled off far enough. He's got run backs on both rocks. So
Absolutely.
if you are going to wreck on the guard, that is the one thing you want to do is you don't want to leave those overlapped a lot of times. You do want to roll off so that you can bail out with a run back of some sort later on in the end. So Colin looking to keep the pressure on, come around the guards again.
Bob Bishop throwing lead for Team Tanton here.
Hard. No, Bob.
Looking to keep it straight.
Hard.
It's looking just a hair
Hard.
light here maybe.
Get it past the
Really wants it behind the yellow.
Yeah, just exactly what you just said. Yeah, you want to take, if you're not going to make the shot, you want to at least get the most out of it, right? So
Yep.
I'm not sure if it overlapped at all, but things are pretty tight up front too, so probably going to see some action on these right away.
Yep.
Not that difficult of a looks like he's just tapping it back. Yeah,
Think
a
so.
little bit.
Yep.
That's what's super great about watching these guys play is that maybe don't have the big weight that we saw at the Briar last weekend, but now you got to see some of these crafty shots here, and it makes for super interesting curling.
Mark. Hard, Mark. Hard.
He's
Roll
just
this one.
a
Get the-
hair
yep.
light and
Hard.
Just wide there.
yeah.
Okay.
Actually, the weight was pretty good in the
Yeah.
end. He just was wide. You're right. Yeah, if he hits that right where he wanted to, weight was perfect. So a bit of a mistake there because he did wind up pushing that rock underneath and overlapping those guards. So Red's in a pretty good spot right here.
Yeah, make it that's the biggest thing in higher level curlings like this is what you do after a miss, right?
Yep.
If Team Tanton makes this here, they start really putting the pressure on.
Yep.
It's pretty hot.
Got a little bit of mistake there, hit and roll out. They definitely wanted to stick around. If not, actually what they wanted was the roll in.
Yeah. Even rolling out would have been fine too. Just that the difference in curl.
Yep.
When you're, between, that was almost even control, I'd say.
Yep. It's interesting that the Tanton team didn't go with corner guards on this. They're playing everything to the middle as well. So just to show you that there's different ways to score your deuce.
Yep.
And
Yep.
you don't always have to go to the wings.
Hard.
Oh, that is an interesting point, actually.
Hard.
We'll see what he does
Hard.
going forward.
Go, go, go. Whoa. Oh, okay, you're good, you're good, you're good. Nothing on this yellow.
Nice little tap and roll there. I think he pushed it a hair further than he wanted, but control zone looks a little bit better back in yellow's favor now, though.
Yeah.
So Colin just calling for the, I think, hitting a little flop out even. Because look what he motioned for.
Yeah, I don't even think that he wants to go anywhere under those guards whatsoever.
No. He's content with keeping the play out in the wings for the moment. He's going to look to keep James Paul busy out here.
Interesting.
An overcurl there.
Just getting some line issues here the last two ends, but who knows? Maybe it's some nerves with how important this game is, or just figuring things out. Do you know the last time these guys were on the ice? I got it right in front of me. 3 p.m. yesterday. So yeah.
Whoa! Whoa! John! Well, no, this is not good. No, Kelly, no.
Interesting.
Love it when the skip is honest with you.
Yeah.
That was just an outright miss. A little heavier than you wanted.
Yeah, just I think it seems like Mark overcurled the last end and maybe just brought the weight up and maybe a little bit afraid of flaring. But here we go again, swapping chances back and forth here to see who can take control of the end.
Absolutely.
Real tight. Line's tight.
Calling tight line, but I don't see any brooms down yet.
It looks pretty heavy here.
So it must be pretty hot if they're...
Mark, push it. See if we can tick it.
I think the only people that could have carved that there is maybe Ben Hebert and you, Rob.
You think?
Yeah, absolutely.
You wouldn't give it to James Wenzel? You don't think James Wenzel would carve that one in?
Any of you guys. Ever since you stacked your team when you kicked me off, you guys have been doing really well.
We haven't been the same without you, Brad. It hasn't been as fun.
It's made for bigger bloodbaths.
Bigger bloodbaths, that's right. Uh-oh.
What's going on here?
No, like, it's weird. Oh, yeah, it's weird.
Oh, no.
Man.
Yeah. We don't
James
have to.
Not happy. No, there's nothing needs to be said on that.
Yeah. We're just going to be quiet here, everybody, and
stay out of James's way.
Yeah.
Skip's not happy right now.
It's so fantastic to have all these games streamed now, and all the skips are I think 2 out of the 4 of the players are mic'd, but it's just been so fun to constantly be up to date with everything that's going on, not just what's going on this weekend, but every event has this, right? And it's you're so much more into it, all levels of play, not just the big events on TV. So
absolutely. Yeah, it's a lot of fun, and hopefully
yep.
people are enjoying it. Anybody on YouTube, give us a shout out on the chat and let us know how you think things are going. We're doing our best here. This is a bit of a new setup for us here at the Calgary Curling Club, so we're learning a little bit as we go along, but it's been a great opportunity for us to showcase the game and hopefully get a few more people into our game. It'd be really great to see. One of the things that we're really trying to do is grow the game at the grassroots level and get people interested and let you know that anybody can curl at any age, at any time. You don't have to start this sport when you're 6 years old.
Well,
you can join at any time.
Yep.
It's a pretty
I
incredible
don't even know if we
game.
can hit enough for both.
And, you know, I've been a member here, I think, for 15, maybe 16 years now. I think you've been a member here for maybe 70 or 80 years. I can't tell. But it's a pretty integral club here in Calgary, and it's great to see all the sheets full and be able to host events like this.
Yeah, absolutely. Gets rid of one. He was hoping for the double there. A little bit wide on that shot, but you couldn't wreck either. So
Maybe just a little bit of problems, just putting some, maybe putting the broom down here. But
yeah,
we got to get by it, right?
The important thing for James Paul on that shot, though, is his guards are still open. He's got the straight run back if he needs it. So, not a lot of danger for him quite yet. He is going to have to make his last shot, and then probably going to have to do some sort of run back if Colin puts this in the right spot.
Well, yeah, Colin could put like some pretty critical pressure here on James. You make a good rocker, even if he if there's enough curl, he can just come sit nose or sit anywhere nose and not have a natural angle on it. And James is gonna have to make a really good shot. So just passing the baton back and forth to see who's gonna take control of this end.
Yeah, both teams have had several chances.
Absolutely.
Not taking advantage, so. I think that's a hair. Oh, did that just pick right at the end there? That took a hard turn right at the last 2 feet.
Just off nose,
just grabbed something, but
was that James reacting to that, or
maybe it was James reacting.
Yeah, saying it was maybe going to be a little bit more open, but still not
doubles
just
there.
off nose on John's side.
So
Peel weight again.
Hair outside of nose should get you the double and get you out of this end. Force your opposition into a score of one is the goal here. No doubles easy though.
No, it's gonna. Yeah, we'll see what James does here, but most likely leading towards a blank if he makes this. Just a little wide there again.
A little wide, stuffed it. Had really nice rotation.
Well,
I don't know
let's
if
make
you
some
noticed
shots
that.
here.
But,
Holy.
and our sound guy is on today, folks. Look at that. Brian, great job on the sound there. James was being pretty honest with his shot calling there.
We got the tapper, we got the draw, so might as well.
So a little bit of mistake by James.
Anyways, right?
But yeah, so I was pointing out the rotations. You got to be positive on your rotation here. Even with that, James threw pretty good weight at that. That was at least normal, if not close to firm. And he had 5 rotations I counted coming down the ice there. So nice and positive, but must have been a hair wide on his release, and
you guys like
wound up getting the jam. So that being said, Colin needs to take advantage here and needs to touch paint.
Yeah, this is you got to really make sure that Team Tantier's got to really take a deep breath here. And this 2's a big score here.
Yeah, it is. I know it's early in the game, but absolutely yes, this is big. And I've seen more open house draws not made when guys don't take the time and just settle in, breathe, and make your shot. You got 2 strong sweepers in front of you. So just make sure you get wide enough and touch the paint. They're working this pretty good.
Yeah. Gotta go. I
He
think it's
might
just
be-
playing with the guard more than anything.
Yeah, looks like he got away with it.
Absolutely.
Got away with it.
He threw
Quarter
more
two.
rotation like you typically do, not that 5 to 6 rotation.
Not the 5-6
so.
rotation. I
But
like
hey.
a half to 3/4 rotation sometimes.
Yeah, no, but two's big. They're playing 8 ends, right?
Yeah, these are 8-end games.
So, forcing to 1, taking 2, pretty easy way to win a game. But we still got lots of curling left, and 2-1 Team Tanton over Team James Paul after the second end here at the Calgary Curling Club.
Awesome.
Just to update here, update for everybody here on sheet 1. Looks like we got a barn burner here, and Steve Mackey came back over Hellwig with a 4-2, so 4-3 after the second end. Finally, some action on the Meek versus White game with I think Wade might have stolen there, so 1-0 for Wade White. And on sheet C. Park versus Griffith. Looks like Team Park stole 2, so 4-0. And on our feature game, looks like we're getting the same type going here, tight center-ish. But here's the difference between the two teams, right? James is probably a little fired up too, but putting up that corner guard and looking to generate some action just like he did in the first end.
Yeah, so looking to just park that last end. He wasn't happy with it, but that's okay. So park that, put it away, and you're only down 1.
Lots of game left too, right?
Tons of game left, yes.
These guys can get fired
That's
up.
good.
And,
That's good. John.
Probably just what James was telling everybody too. That probably got them fired up, and they're going to be good to go here. Just on the curling club has 8 sheets, and the men are on sheets 1 through 4, and the Alberta women's seniors is on sheets 5 through 8, and all the teams are. I think these are playoff teams.
Yep.
Yeah, all of them are practicing right now for I think the first. I think it's the 1, 2, 3, 4 game. One versus 2, 3 versus 4 game tonight. Little bit different format for the women than the men here.
Yep.
But everybody's getting practicing up. What time does the game start tonight? 7 p.m.
7 p.m. Yep.
Yep.
Betcha.
It's probably a really good time for people to plan on coming down to the Calgary Curling Club and watching this really good quality curling.
Absolutely.
How old are
Yep.
your kids?
We got 10 taps on for you here.
They're young.
Original 16, a strong sponsor of curling. They were just sponsoring at the Scotties in the Briar. I checked out the original 16 patch, the Scotties over at the Mark McPhail Center a couple weeks ago. They did a great job there. And we got Pepino's food here at the Calgary Curling Club. Some great Italian food. So come on down, folks. Would love to have you come down and watch. We got a bunch of people in the lounge. More folks down on the main floor watching the action as well. So
yeah, it's going to be a really good draw tonight. The men are playing and the women, so it'll be a good time.
Yep. Women's game. We'll feature the women's game tonight, but I'll give you updates from the men as well.
So after all that yapping we did, looks like we got an end going here. Paul just freezing to the Tanton rock in the back 4. Shrinking down that scoring area, but forcing Tanton to chase here.
And this one looks to be coming in really nice.
Yeah. Oh.
And did he get? Yeah, he got nose for sure.
I think yellow still
might still be shot.
Yeah, it looks like
Okay.
it's, yeah.
Colin's not panicked about that yet. He's okay with being second and third shot. This is all about setup, and right now it's all about angles.
Yeah.
This isn't going to stay like this for too long. There will be some jiggling around here. So the James Paul team needs to follow up with another good shot as well.
Rim. Just wait. Yep, yep. Okay, line's good. Rim. Just wait. Just wait. Yep.
Skip Colin just for weight. Sweeper's not getting off, so
Yeah, looks pretty good here, actually.
this is looking pretty good.
Oh, they're going to get it by?
Yeah, got it by.
Great shot.
That's
Yeah.
really
Boy,
good.
there we go.
Boy, likes that.
Really good setup here.
This is going to be an interesting jiggle around here when it's
I
all
think it's
said and
actually
done.
just freezing.
Looks like it, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just trying to keep that control just in front of the 4 foot.
Right.
I think what you jiggling around too, that might not be a bad idea here, but anywhere frozen to tap it at a couple inches here, you're going to keep that control of the 4 foot.
Absolutely. Neither call is wrong. It's interesting, you know, it's just that personal preference, what the team's doing, how you're feeling as to when do you break it up and when do you just throw one more in there. But he looks a little hot here. That's more weight than he was hoping to throw.
Interesting result here.
Yeah.
Was he calling that? I couldn't tell.
No, you didn't want that heavy. He was just looking to nestle in there, so that's a bit of a mistake, but he got
Happy
something out of it.
mistake.
Yeah, happy mistake, got something out of it, improved the angles for him.
Yeah. I think James is going to have to do something here.
Yeah, James is going to need to deal with that because that top red rock
Yeah,
is
like
right
that
now
much of
not
this one.
Oh,
not
wow.
going.
Looking to pick here, maybe.
Can you
You
pick
can throw
that?
normal. Yep.
Okay, you can't
try
see a
that
lot
and
of
you
that
can see.
rock.
Interesting. I wonder if he thinks it'll just drag back onto the back red and
Possibly.
potentially be sitting maybe 2 after this. I think they are frozen.
Yep,
So with that drag, I think it drags straight back.
should.
The back yellow being
Yeah,
the
John.
one that drags.
Yeah, the one on the T line.
Whoa. Whoa.
Has he got anything?
Kind of the reason why I played that.
Yeah.
Okay, so we just
Okay.
heard James say part of the reason he played that the audible and being a hair wide, you can hit your own and get rid of the back one and change things up a bit. So
There's lots of good stuff that could have happened there. Really
Yep.
good throw there. Just, instead of trying to chase who gets control here, we've just been seeing shot after shot that is taking control. So really fun third end here.
yes. So a rebound from the second end, guys seem to have gotten things figured out. So
I don't even think we should say what we think they're doing here. We'll just have to wait to see what they
Yeah.
do because they've been making shots that we didn't
We
know they
don't
were.
make.
Yeah, absolutely.
okay, not guarding things up a little bit. I don't know that he wants that overlap though.
No. And James is sitting 1 here, right? So
Yeah, James is one. So he needs to get back in control of that
Good board.
control zone, which
Yeah.
is why he's playing
Get half
the
rock.
board weight hit on the guard.
what's really great though is he's trying to get Mark to roll in
Yep.
to generate multiple points here. So
Yes.
once the guards are gone,
Hard.
that when
Hard.
the back yellow is released, they're gonna
Hard.
James will be able to
John,
start chasing
rolling-
for multiple
roll the other
points.
one.
Little tight there, but did he get
Good.
the roll on? Not
Shot.
quite. Rolled over. Okay.
Still opened it up, splittable at the end.
Yep.
Lots of options. Interesting,
And Colin went right to that thrown rock.
That's why these guys are at provincials and I'm not, because I find this interesting, but I'm not out there playing either. So there's some sort of long-term strategy here, but be very interesting to see how this plays out.
Yes. And thanks for the commentary on YouTube. James Paul's doppelganger is, or his account's online anyways, watching us. So glad that our audios and videos coming through. So thanks for giving us that shout out on YouTube. Really appreciate it.
what's really great about these games being on YouTube is that you can be a narcissist afterwards and go watch your games as many times as you want.
That's right. Yes, absolutely.
Watch the good games and not watch the bad games.
That's right, yeah. And James's wife fessed up. She logged into his account and is the one watching. So that's awesome. Thanks for watching from home.
Yep. Okay, roll it, John. Roll it all you got. Roll it all you got. Roll it all you got. Yep. Go, 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 go,
Nice
go, go,
little
go,
hit
go.
and flop here, right behind the guard. Perfect. Look at that.
Absolutely.
Wow, pistol.
That's why I was kind of confused about Tanton's last call here.
Right.
But I guess he has a double.
Yeah, he did leave
potentially.
a double back.
Yeah.
Well, it's not easy. I mean, there's a bit of separation there, and it's a little bit flat. But definitely still a double there. So these guys can still throw weight. They tend to go towards more of the down weight, but they can bring it out when they need to. So
Absolutely. And
This is
the
a
ice is
makeable
good,
double.
right? So
Yes.
even
yeah, exactly.
9 seconds, 8.5 seconds on this ice, it'll do.
Still make that double.
Yeah, absolutely.
And if you happen to hit a little thick and you just roll right on top of that yellow, that's a good end result too, right? You can freeze right on top of that. So lots of options here. Looking a little outside, trying to carve it over here. I think he's got a piece, but I don't know that. Oh. No. Oh.
Got
Mistake
lucky
there.
not to even shave it there and push it
Yeah.
right under, right? But
Just to bite her in.
Yeah, so big advantage to James back here now. He could get a 3-ender out of this if he
Yeah.
puts this in the right spot. Could set him up for 3. So
well,
Let 'em-
at least
let 'em
make
pull the draw, I guess,
Colin
eh?
have a very difficult shot to cut him down, right? So
Exactly.
even
Yep.
4 might be in play here too if you tuck a little bit there.
yeah, if he just tucks a half a rock,
3/4, yeah, and then
3/4, half.
your
Just like
favorite term Christmas
biter?
tree.
Top
I
12?
was waiting. I actually have the Christmas tree count
You
going here.
you
You're
were,
right.
yeah,
Something
all
from
right.
that. 'Cause, you
The
know,
Dull
if we
Side
go
team
behind
likes
the
to
corner,
throw
then
up
they'll
a
give
few
'em that
Christmas
double again,
trees.
right?
We were.
Oh, I know. I've
we
been.
were
I've had
the
to deal
victim
with
of
them
that?
many
I'll be on
times.
John's
Yes.
Side, though. I'd rather miss this on the center line side than anything, right?
Speaking of Team Dollside, how'd you guys do at
the club championships.
Yeah, club playdowns.
We didn't make it out this year.
What
We
the heck?
ran into a red hot Rick Bishop from the Huntington Hills Club.
Oh boy.
Rick curled out of his mind. Full congratulations to Rick in that game. Him and his second especially just didn't miss a shot. They were making pistols all game. So,
No!
Well, that's too bad.
but that's okay. There's always next year.
Absolutely. Probably one of the funnest events in Alberta, I'd say, is the club championships.
Absolutely.
Really good shot here by James.
Oh, that's fine.
You know, it could have been better, but still putting a lot of pressure here on Colin on his last shot here. He's gonna, you know, there's not much good stuff here for him to cut him down to not scoring more than 2.
Right. Yeah. If this isn't an easy double. Colin's going to need to make the double here. There's no triple, so at best he's hoping to make the double.
That was a little not full.
That red guard technically isn't in the way. If you hit the red guard, you've missed the shot anyways, but it's in your eye and it just kind of gets in your mind. And so as a thrower, you just need to try and not think about it.
Bob.
Calling for the curl right away.
We saw these run on people too, right? So
He's got the top one. And does he get the back? They're going to have to sweep that. Just
go.
enough.
Well,
Nice shot.
really good shot there.
Yep, great shot. So wide open draw for 2 for James.
Yeah, best you could do, really, right?
Absolutely, yep.
Yeah.
And especially after flashing your first one. You know, a lot of times you flash wide on that first one, and next one, what do? You dump it inside. So couldn't afford to do that. Didn't want to hit his own guard there. So great shot, great result.
Yeah, you guys didn't shoot that one very much either, so.
We should see a score or 2 here, but again, James needs to settle in the hack, focus, and trust his sweepers.
I think he may have to go a little bit.
So just keeping a good positive clean
Yeah,
on
just
it
clean,
the whole
just
way
clean.
down.
Just clean. Oh, don't leave it completely. It's not going to go through. Clean. Clean it. It's not going to go through. It's not going to throw. It's not going to go through.
Little.
I just don't want to see you drop off of the hog line.
James, you got to believe in the ice at the Calgary Curling Club. It wouldn't drop off at the hog line. That's never happened in curling before.
Nice
But,
deuce here by Team Paul.
Yep. Yeah, excellent team shot there with a little bit of encouragement from the skip to stay with it right to the very end. The sweepers, they knew what was going to happen the whole time. They were never worried. So.
So after the third end, Team Paul 3, Team Tanton 2.
Good stuff. Over on the other sheets, let's see. We had a blank in the Hellwig-Mackey game. So
That's shocking. I thought that was going to be 32 to 26 after the first two ends over there.
There's potential for it. So yeah. So right now it's 4-3 for Mackey over Hellwig, playing the fourth end. On sheet B or sheet 2, playing the fourth end looks like a 2-1 score for Meek over White. And on sheet C, also playing in the fourth end, looks like a score of 4-1 for Park over, Griffith. Over Park over Griffith, 4-1, playing the fourth end as well.
Some good games here this afternoon.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So the
second
Meek
one.
White game, that
Great, too, right?
basically the winner moves
almost
on,
missed.
the loser's out. Same could be said for, well, Park and Hellwig both want to win. Steve Mackey really needs to win this one to have a hope, and he needs a little bit of help.
Yeah.
Going in, and Griffith, I
me
think
grab,
Griffith
yeah.
at 4
Yeah,
losses is, I think their
Right here,
week's
guys.
kind of done. They're just finishing off the week, but they've had some good runs.
So this
That
is
looks pretty good.
probably my favorite format. I think it was an 8-team
good.
round robin.
Yep.
And then the top 3 teams move on.
Yes.
The first team goes directly to the final, and
Good
then
shot.
the teams 2 and 3 play in a semifinal. There's no tiebreakers. It all comes down to head-to-head, and then potentially draw to last. What do they call it now?
Last shot draw.
Last
LSD.
shot draw, LSD. So the accumulated total over the round robin then will rank the teams that are tied after the head-to-head consideration and determine teams 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah. And for last shot draw,
Lots of
they
room,
throw
Bob
2
Oley.
rocks each.
2 rocks now.
Yeah, 2 rocks to get the last shot draw for each game. So.
Oh, he's deep.
Michael Klink's online. He's got some fun facts about Mark in case we need some material. That's awesome. Well, Michael, if you got some family-friendly material, feel free to put it up there. We'd love to see it. And Brad, who's Joanne? Is that
Joanne's my mom.
your mom? That's
yeah.
awesome.
So
I love it.
I'm very grateful for every moment I have to make her prouder. And so it's fun to see her online right now.
Thanks for joining us, Joanne. As a guy who's broadcast a couple of these games, when my mom went online and told me I did a good job in front of the world, I was very proud of that too. So we appreciate the moms who tune in and tell us when we're doing a good job.
I actually think that that's probably some of the number one fans that watch the YouTube videos is moms.
His moms?
On its own.
Absolutely.
Okay, John.
Interesting here again. These guys like to set up tight guards and then go after the back four.
Yeah.
You on board? Or control?
Wow, and Michael Klink, wow, that's an interesting piece of history there. So Mark Klink's brother just let us know that their grandfather competed at the first ever Brier in 1927.
Oh, that's
Isn't that amazing? That's awesome. Love to see that carry through the traditions and how many family generations have stuck with the game. That's fabulous.
So, Michael, I'm interested to know. I think that it was a Calgary team that played for, I don't know if it was Alberta or if it was Alberta or Calgary, and I think that was in Toronto.
Okay, and he's saying it was Aussie Barkwell from Yellowgrass, Saskatchewan, so he represented Saskatchewan
Oh, okay.
at the Brier.
Wow.
That is too cool.
I had the privilege of going to Regina last week to watch the Briar.
Yeah.
It's an absolute amazing event. I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about Briars, and Briars all the way back to 1927.
That's awesome. Yeah. We had a bit of history here at the Calgary Curling Club for the opening ceremonies for this.
Good.
We had Jim Thomas throw the ceremonial rock. Jerry Rasmussen held the broom. And we had two ladies, Judy Carr, and my apologies, I'm forgetting the fourth lady's name, who swept. And the women were the strongest, so they had the ladies sweeping that ceremonial draw. So, but just some amazing stuff. We had the pipers. We had a piper pipe the teams out on the ice, and that was just fabulous to see. We didn't have a buffalo robe, though. I think we need to bring the buffalo robe back.
So you haven't brought it back to the club since you took it home?
Since I took it home, yeah. No, it was cold that night. I needed an extra jacket.
Now you had too many 016s after a Oilman's win and found the robe.
That might have happened, yeah.
I don't know if that was you or me, though. I can't remember.
Fortunately, the camera footage is too grainy to tell. All right, what do we got going on here? Looks like Tanton's coming down, trying to knock out the top 4-foot Paul Stone, and a little tight.
They definitely curl inside that 4-foot.
Yeah, they're getting tons of curl there. And more, it seems like we've had more wrecks on coming home than going away. So maybe a little bit more curl coming home, or the teams just haven't quite picked up on the ice.
I'm surprised that there wasn't a bounty for you, because you've been playing here for so long that you probably know every single sheet inside and out, and you were the gatekeeper for these guys.
Well, I don't know. I've missed a few too, so I got relegated to I make more shots in the control booth or in the commentator's booth than I do on the ice, I think, sometimes.
Except when you play me.
Except when I play you,
You
Brad.
make them all.
Yeah, I bring out the best. I save my best for games against Brad Coco Ryanis.
Well, you taught me everything I know. So.
Well, I appreciate
my
that.
intern is fierce because of you.
Fierce because of me.
Perfect.
The bobber hook.
That's right.
It's my most favorite throw in curling.
Yeah. We had to pick up a new player this year for club championships, and I told James I was going to throw a bobber hook, and Tyler, who's the new guy on the team, said, "What's a bobber hook?" And James is just like, just stay out of the way.
Mark! Hard!
Tyler knows now.
Tyler knows now, yeah.
Good.
Hard! Whoa, whoa, whoa. Roll it over.
So we got Tanton chasing a bit now.
Yeah. Peeled off the guard there, looking to open things up a little bit.
I can't tell. Looks like James has that might be tucked a hair too. So probably just high guard this until maybe make something better at the end here.
Yeah, it's at least edge to edge for sure. I don't know if it's quite tucked, but it'll be edge to edge. Our view from our booth isn't quite straight on, so a little tough to tell from the angles, but I'm going to call it edge to edge. So James is looking to keep things busy up front here. Just keep control of, the control zone. And happy to keep Colin chasing him.
John.
So must be coming in here if they're doing something. Yeah, just a little bit deeper.
Good.
Yeah. Okay. That's not bad.
That worked out pretty good. You really didn't want to overlap those two guards because you don't want to leave an easy double peel, right?
Yeah, and even what Team Tatson can do here, James is always going to have like a defensive shot afterwards that you're going to keep chasing.
So a couple options here. He could hit the crotch, and the shooter could roll away if he does it right. Open things up a bit. Kind of want to get rid of both of these rocks, so you don't want to leave one sticking around.
Spill this right up. Yeah, this is perfect.
Perfect. Yeah, look at that.
There we go. These guys are getting into the swing of things here now.
Absolutely.
You notice you didn't have to overthrow that one. Like, we got action on these rocks that was a normal waiter. He didn't have to even throw firm on that and was able to get rid of the two, and the shooter easily rolled out as well.
The ice here, I've had the privilege of playing on at the men's 016 and then a couple of provincials, and the ice can get really nice here. And kudos again to Rob and the ice team. Looks like the speed's great out there.
Line's good. Line's good.
So James and team just looking to put this guard back. Want to get the center line.
John.
Definitely want to be a nice
John.
2 to
Get it
3.
to the center. Get it to the
Got to
center.
get the center for sure.
Get
Yeah.
it to the center.
So working hard to bring it over.
Good,
Look at that
good,
finishing real nice.
There we go.
Great shot, right where they wanted it. Okay, so is the Tanton team calling the run back here? I think so, yep. He's calling normal. Looking for a run back. He should be able to run back, double these off. I'll see if I can get a time on this to see what his normal is. Yeah, I didn't quite catch that one, but it was about an 8-second hit, which is pretty good for normal. He was a hair high on it, so didn't get the double, but main objective achieved.
Yeah.
Remove the guard.
Same thing here though.
Replace
James
marks.
just
Same
like he
distance
says.
would be good.
Yeah. So just not a crazy tight 3, but you know, within a foot and a half of the rings was perfect.
What game is this for you here?
This is only the second game we've commentated on.
Okay.
So we commentated Wednesday night, and then being full-time worker guy, we just put the streaming with no sound on the Thursday, Friday
out there,
games,
Cal.
and then picked up commentating again
line's
this
good.
weekend.
It'll be interesting after this game if people
Clean it.
ask for us not for it
John?
to be silent again.
John.
That could happen. So that guard came in at 16-6.
Good.
So super keen ice. Wow,
Good.
16-6 for
That's
a tight
perfect.
3 guard. You love that kind of weight. That's just fall out of the hat kind of weight.
So a couple things here. Colin makes this, and maybe there's something left over, and James can draw in and really force or.
Yep.
Looking like James has a little bit of control here, but depending on what Colin throws here, he can turn the end right around.
Could, yep. If Colin doubles these off and loses the shooter, would you ever freeze the back one?
It's the
if you're
fourth
the
end.
if you're the James Paul team?
I think James would be pretty happy for a blank
For a
here,
blank,
right?
yeah.
So, just that 8-end game.
Close.
You take a scoring end away from your opponent, and that's a win. But Colin Knight not quite getting. I don't know. He was just a little wide there again.
Yeah.
eh?
I think so, yep.
So James has a really good
Same
opportunity
thing,
here to. I think he's probably going to throw maybe the same thing.
Yeah, no, he's looking to put it right back where it was. Just guard, and there's not a great draw into the button.
No, so you're probably running
Yep,
back
seems
and for one potentially,
For one,
right?
potentially, yeah. Run back double for one. So if James makes this, objective achieved. And putting his opponent in a tight spot.
Close. John. Gotta go for the line. Gotta
Okay.
go.
Colin go for line,
go.
which means they want to get
Gotta
this.
go.
Yeah, he's carving it over as much as he
Carving
can.
over, yeah.
Good.
Got to the center line, exactly where he wanted. Great shot.
Let's sweep him.
That's dead covered. Dead buried, so
Yeah, interesting. He's got an in-turn to a little piece of the. I don't know if he's got the out-turn, but in-turn to a
Through
pretty
the
small
port?
piece of the
Wide there.
forefoot. Yeah, through the
Probably
port too, and
over-curl here.
curling away from the forefoot. So
yes.
you're right.
Always.
There wasn't a really good draw if James made his last shot, and he did.
I think if he gets it right to the tee line on the out turn, side, I think you can get shot.
Double nine.
Going through the
Yeah, we
port,
could double nine, right?
I think it's a fairly decent sized
There's
port,
no-
so it's there, but it's always
You'd have to
daunting
hair that
when you're
to get
curling
here.
away
Curling
from
away,
that
yeah.
button, right?
Well, a bit, but it's easier to nick it this side, right? I got less to draw to here. I got more.
Okay.
to
Does
draw
he
to
have
here.
like back 4
Right.
out turn through the hole and just
Turn
come
around.
to his rock potentially?
It's almost worth it.
No, yeah, he does have that, but
Oh, same. I'll just throw it better.
Okay.
yeah, he's gonna hit again.
Okay, electing to play the hit. And at that point, I just tend to defer to the thrower. It really is, on that particular day, what are you
guys like
feeling?
to
Do you
run?
got your draw
Absolutely.
weight in your back pocket? Are you feeling more confident with the hits?
Draw.
There's no right or wrong. I'd say the difficulty level on those two shots is pretty equal, the hit or the draw. Pretty similar, so. As a front ender, I just put my head down and sweep.
Yeah, you got 2 leads here trying to tell people what these guys are doing for strategy, and so it's been more
So
fun.
really, the
yeah.
audience is in a perfect position because they got 2 leads telling everybody
Yeah.
what's going on.
Buckle up, guys, because you don't know what we're going to say.
And just a hair.
There we
Oh,
go.
he got
Beautiful.
nice shot.
He
Pistol.
picked that because it was the most flashy shot to make.
There you
so,
go.
yeah.
Pistol, great shot.
Great way to end the end there.
Finish the end. Absolutely, yeah.
yeah.
That was a pistol of a shot.
Well, 3-3 after 4.
Four ends. Why don't we go to our sponsors? Can we bring up our sponsor slideshow? And we'll give a shout out to the sponsors here after the 4th end. It's over on my screen. There you go. Yeah. So the teams are just finishing up their 4th end break here. We'll go around and give some score updates while that's going on. So on sheet C, starting the 5th end, it will be Team Park. A bit of a runaway here, 7-1 over the Griffith team after 4 ends. On sheet B or sheet 2, Meek versus White. Terry Meek stole a shot in the 4th end, so he's up 3-1 over Wade White. Very important game for those two teams. The loser's probably out. Winner stays alive. So, and then on sheet A, Hellwig versus Mackey, and Steve just happens to be standing right in front of the scoreboard again on me, so I'll wait for Steve to move out of the way.
We can use the power of the internet potentially to get this.
To get the score. Oh, there we go. Tied up 4-4. So in that game, Hellwig started with a score of 3 in the 1st end. Steve Mackey roared back with a 4-ender in the 2nd end. They blanked the 3rd, and then the Hellwig brothers and our good friend Steve Thomas came back with a single in the 4th. So it's tied up 4-4 after playing the 5th end at over on sheet A.
4th end.
Fourth end,
You're
sorry.
too used to watching the Briar.
I am.
Uh-oh.
There you go. There's the view from the broadcast booth. That's part of our 15 minutes of fame. We better get off that shot pretty quick before we break the cameras. I don't know.
I think that this stuff has never been shown before because when we're out there, nobody wants to watch us curl. So
No. There's a limit on the amount of time. I think the internet has a rule of amount of time, camera time, my games are allowed to have. So we'll get going again here in a second. We got another fun fact from the Klink family. So fun fact number 2 about Mark. He competed in 2 junior men's provincials in Manitoba, and his first time in junior provincials was with his brother Michael in 1986. Wow. 1986. Michael, well, me and you aren't too far apart. I would have been in juniors in about 86 as well, but never got to a provincials at that time. So did you, Michael, did you and your brother get to ride to the rink in a Trans Am at the time? I'd like to know. And Joanne, thanks for the comedy act. I don't know if we're gonna get picked up off this or written off the air afterwards. But
as long as my mom thinks I'm funny, right?
That's right. As long as your mom approves, that's good. All right, back to game action here. So James Paul putting the broom down, saying, "Give me a center guard. Let's get at it here, boys." So back half of the game.
Can't get much better than this.
No. Tight
4
game,
ends.
tied up.
Yeah.
Tied up after 4 ends.
Well, that's awesome.
The Clinks live close enough to the Assiniboine Memorial that they
Starting to
walk.
come around.
So, but it would have been cool to ride to the rink in a T-top Trans Am. Oh, that would have been awesome. Black with the fire chicken on the front. Oh, that would have been a car in 1986.
Was that
Yeah,
your
that's
first
it,
car?
right?
Is that why you're
That's
talking
it.
about this?
No, I wished I had a Trans Am. No, my first was a 79 Chevy Custom Deluxe half-ton, and there was nothing custom or deluxe about it, but it had an AM radio.
Wow. Mine was a 1983 Celebrity Station Wagon.
This is 83 Celebrity
Yeah.
Station Wagon. Wow, there you go.
Oh, Kelly. Oh, Mark.
I think we might have slipped. Team Tanton might have slipped
Good.
into the ring.
Good.
Yeah, it
Good.
looks like
Okay,
it.
Good shot.
So James Paul happy with that little slide in there and
Yeah.
willing to say, hey, it's the 5th end. It's an odd end. We want to keep hammer here, so
Yeah.
we're just going to rip this. I think they would have preferred to lose the shooter on that. So Colin's going to try and take advantage of it and throw up a higher guard here.
Right there.
Did they mop?
Yep.
They did. Okay. Well, I guess that's every commentator has to say that, right? And
Absolutely.
in the break, they mop the ice. It gets a little bit faster, and then that means every lead has to throw their first rock in the house.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep. It happens every single time.
Except you, I've never seen you throw a rock into the house after.
Oh, I've thrown
I
a
don't think
couple
so.
in. Yeah.
It's actually been interesting. They both teams have played with tight guards the whole game.
Yes.
But maybe that's just with keeping kind of the crafty taps open. But James has defaulted to this out-turn like higher guard here.
Yep.
Corner guards
Yeah, watch
when
him.
they have hammer, and it's worked.
Kelly.
But just seems like the centers have been really tight all game.
Yeah, well,
Hard,
with
Kelly.
the 16-second 3 guard,
Fair
it
enough.
is tough to throw
Up, boys.
a 1. Trying to believe that a 20-second guard is going to get across the ice, man,
going.
that's a
Keep it
tough
going.
one to believe.
Keep it going.
I played in
Keep going.
provincials where it was 16
Done.
and 16-3 to T, and I still wake up sweating after a nightmare about it.
Yep, absolutely.
From a sweeper standpoint, more than anything,
Yes.
you got you have a really quick sheet of ice. Sweepers are always working rocks really hard.
Yep.
So John Schmidt here, setting up. Was that John still? I think it was John's second shot. He's put that up. I think every single away end we've been watching.
He's been in that spot.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mark Oli.
This is looking a little hot. A little
Mark
wide.
only. Mark only. Yep.
Weight's coming in pretty good, actually. I thought it was a hair hot, but no, really nice. He's going to stay on top of tee
Good sweep. Shot ball.
and finished really, really nice there. Piece is sticking out. Maybe see about a third of a rock,
Freeze.
maybe half.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. I'm just learning on what screen to look still.
Okay. We got a lot of technology here, folks. We got the live feed. We've got the participant feed.
Okay.
So
Line's good.
keeping up on all these
Line's
different
good.
screens and watching the action live, it's a neat process.
Hard. Hard. Hard, boys. Hard. Got to bounce that one now if you can. You
Yeah.
can bump
Yep.
it.
Kelly
Gives a little
Moff coming
tight.
a little short here.
Short, and didn't quite get the bounce. Well, he would have liked to bounce just a hair more. There's still just a hair of an overlap on that run back if he needs it on the outside one. The center one he could run back, but
I don't think you can get him.
I was talking about hitting?
well, you could peel the 2 yellow
I
guards.
don't know why. Oh, he meant guarding both. Okay.
Guard,
Yeah.
you can't guard both. Yeah.
Well, I think you just corner the outside guard a little bit here, and you're going to be sitting pretty good.
Yep.
It's going to take a couple shots for
Yeah.
Team Paul to recover.
Yeah. The Paul team has a little bit of work to do.
Oh. Oh. Mark.
Do you know where Nationals is going to be for seniors?
I don't think they've announced it yet.
Okay.
Or did they? We're going to ask Brian, our sound guy, is going to check the Google here. We think it's New Brunswick.
Brunswick.
And it's in the fall for sure, but we think it's out east, possibly New Brunswick. So Brian, our sound guy, excellent volunteer here. He's going to check the Google and see if he can figure it out.
So what day is this here? Today's Saturday.
Yep.
So we started on Wednesday, right? So
Yep.
these guys have been going
Yep.
for their 4th day now.
Yep.
Yep.
Fortunate thing is, in seniors, it's only 8 ends, and you don't play more than 2 games a day. Oh, Moncton, New
Moncton,
Brunswick.
New Brunswick. What a great
December
place.
Wow,
2nd
no.
to 7th, 2024.
Jeez.
Oh,
Yeah.
a little bit overcurl, not what he wanted there, but
Okay.
Did we get another? Oh, yeah. This is. You know what? It's still lined up
it's lined up for
And
the
I
run
don't-
back, though.
yeah.
Anything on the high
like an
side.
ugly run back, but
But it is
Ouch.
there.
yeah, I think that Colin kind of lined that up and is looking at fixing this right away. Yeah, you corner, you tuck behind here, you corner that top yellow guard, and Team Paul's
In a bit of trouble.
lots of trouble here. Yeah.
What's that?
Yes, Michael and James White, thanks for confirming. It's out on the East Coast, out in Moncton, New Brunswick as well. Apparently it was in Yarmouth a couple of years ago.
Yarmouth.
So, okay.
It's-
Funny,
You ever
funny
curled
story
on
about
the East
that.
Coast?
No, I haven't, and I wanted to because
Why?
I want to
Okay.
know what it's like to throw in a curling rink without boards.
Yeah.
I would probably, I don't know what I would do. I'd wig right out. I wouldn't know what to do. But funny story about that. That was the year that that I got to go to Nationals, and my skip Morgan Muse, she thought immediately it was us going to Yarmouth. And then we found out we went to Prince Albert,
Prince Albert,
Saskatchewan after
Saskatchewan.
we got all hyped up to go to Yarmouth. So, but no, it's great. I think there's a ton of support for any type of national event, and especially out in the East Coast, in these small communities, anywhere that a small community hosts
On
an
the
event like
nose.
Nationals, you get a ton of support.
full
Absolutely.
house?
Yeah, they do such an amazing job. Yeah, our
Or you
Women's
wanna play
World's
normal?
going on in Sydney, Nova Scotia right now. The Canadian ladies, congratulations to them. I believe they won their game. They were in
Well, you
control
hit
when
this
I
side
saw.
of the
We
yellow
started
one.
our
So
game
no
right
one
before
said
them, but I
probably
think
drag this one
Rachel
enough.
pulled that one out.
Rachel made a run back to win.
Did she?
Yeah.
Okay. Not surprised on
Normal.
that.
Okay.
Looks like James need a run back here
Nose
from
is really
his team.
close.
So, yeah, Nose is close to this. This will drag right back on. The important thing is those two yellows are pretty much, I think they're touching each other. So you hit that anywhere, it's going to go drag right back
Whoa.
onto that.
Whoa. Kelly. Kelly.
Looking for the curl here.
Hard, Kelly. Hard,
Really
Kelly.
needs to curl up.
Hard, Kelly.
Needs to curl up. He's close. Great shot.
On yellow.
Great shot.
No, didn't quite. Did it roll back? Sometimes in that spot of the Calgary
Sometimes,
Curling Club, it rolls
Yeah,
back.
it'll spin back. Not
Yeah.
quite. Yeah, James was really hoping to hold on there, but rolled a little too far. Still, nonetheless, great shot. Not an easy one.
No. So that Team Tanton here. I think we got Warren throwing right now. Makes a good, sinks it here, is out turn right top button, top forefoot, and putting a lot of pressure back on.
Mark only. No.
Sounds a little wide.
I think he said T-line, so
Did he?
deep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's starting to come
I
now,
think it's
but
T.
he's T for sure.
Yeah, you're right. Good.
Great shot. Now, Paul can get out of this. He's deep enough that he can get the inside corner of that. You know, it's tough. They were sweeping for the curl there, trying to carve that in as much as possible, but it did carry a little deeper than they wanted. If that's, you know, a rock, 2 rocks higher, Paul's in a lot of trouble. So there's a little chance to get out of this end.
How much?
Salvage it, score your deuce.
Okay. Yep.
Do you think if they start stacking rocks here that James is going to have the in turn arounds, the guards at the ends for Paul?
Yeah, I think with the curl we've had, it's there.
Yeah.
It won't be an easy shot, and we haven't thrown that for quite a while. So
Looks like this one's curling
this
here.
is curling. Wants to
Great
hold
shot,
on
good
to a
shooting.
Yep,
piece.
there we go.
Great shot. Pistol, real nice. That's about as good as you can make that. So Colin looking to come down, freeze on the corner of that. He doesn't even need to necessarily get right to it. It's more about keeping a little piece out so that you can use it to maybe angle in
Yeah,
later.
set yourself up.
Set yourself up. This is more of a setup shot than
Same.
anything. So
Greasy.
Greasy. We heard a greasy comment. Well, not quite sure. Unfortunately, Colin's mic is cutting in and out a little bit, folks. We're trying to get that fixed, but I'm going to try and get a time on this rock and see what our hog to hog is.
Yep, it's light.
Okay. Called
Coley,
late right out of his
Mark.
hands.
Mark.
Okay, I got a 15-6 hog to hog.
Hard.
Wow, that is just
Hard.
fast.
Hard.
Is pretty good.
Yeah, 15-6.
Pretty good. Not quite full 8, but that line is really good for him.
Our score right
James is
now
going to have
really
to
good.
deal with this.
Just throw a guard on that sucker. He's got nothing to get it out if we throw a guard, right?
Guarding the opposition rock. Does anything good ever come from guarding the opposition's rock?
Well, if you're set up good enough, potentially.
Yeah, well, as long as we get to
But
the
I think
nose
you
or
wanted
whatever,
me to
it's
say
fine.
no, didn't you?
Yeah.
I'm just wondering I know what Russ would say. Russ doesn't like
Yeah, we
guarding the opposition stones.
Take our lumps
I'm
here.
not sure what else you do here, though, because you try and deal with it,
Yeah.
and you roll under. And you don't make it quite perfect.
Yeah.
Colin still
Just
has that
halfway
out turn
is
again
more
to
than enough.
maybe sit a couple.
Yep.
With nothing good for James. So I think what he's scared about is just making a play on it and then not having a good shot
Or
for his last shot.
making the play for Colin. If you
Yeah,
ever tried
true.
to get the inside nose hit and you were a little wide, you
Kelly?
knocked your own out.
Kelly,
Oof, you're not liking that. So, no,
Hard,
this
Kelly.
is the safe play.
hard, Kelly,
Nothing wrong with this. I agree.
hard.
Russ doesn't know what he's talking about on PSN. People should listen to YouTube leads commentating.
Well, what's unfair is that Russ gets to sit behind the sheet.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yes.
so
yeah.
he sounds smarter because he can
has
see all
better
the angles.
Exactly. Exactly.
Oh, look, we got our first team coming upstairs for some ice cold original 16s.
All right. Yeah. So yep, the Griffith team conceding to Shane Park. So a solid win for Shane. He needed that win for sure to keep destiny in his hands. So he'll be happy with that result.
Shane's one of the teams at 3-2, so that's a huge win for him.
Big win for him. Yeah.
So Griffith.
All right. So
You guys like just a guard?
Colin looking to
tap with the red to the pin. We tap right. That he'll have a draw.
Right on
I
the
think
center line.
Yeah. I think he's talking about that center line. It's
'cause
possible he could.
Yeah, we kind of chatted about that intern at the seconds rocks. I think so. I think James thinks he might be able to make that draw on his last shots,
Right.
and that's why he guarded last rock.
Yeah.
So pressure here for Colin, right? You choose to make a shot versus to force, and sometimes that might make it a bit easier, but.
So we'll see what.
Look at these great camera angles.
Yeah.
I'm going to actually just stop watching the game live and just watch the feed.
Watch the feed. There you go.
Whoa. Whoa.
So just a guard. Really just wants to just. Oh, hang on. Not too much over that center line. I think.
I'm just trying to wonder what they were doing with the guarding there.
Well, I think he's trying to take away that yellow. Is the yellow just off center line tap? Was that ever there?
I don't think I can throw it hard enough to hit that.
He must have thought it was. So
Outturn right there. You need a thin half, I think.
is he looking to fire a bullet and come straight across here, kind of Kevin Cooey like?
Yeah, and
that's a flat double. Oof.
Thin half. I mean, come off the back of the one in the back of the 8 foot.
I actually, he's trying to come off the back and roll up.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
Okay. That'll be a trick shot of 5.
The
Wow.
other thing is maybe a wide in turn around everything, and I don't think it's going to curl enough to get to the 4 foot.
Okay,
I don't
so
think
there.
so.
Okay.
James just answered the question I was going to ask. Is the intern draw not there? And he must not think there's enough curl to get to.
This shot's more exciting anyways. So.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Thanks, James, for throwing it and giving us the commentary on why. This is an easy job up here.
Absolutely. He probably knew it was us. Well, let's see here.
No way.
Beautiful. Wow.
Wow. What a shot. Is that 2? I think it is.
Yeah.
I think it's 2.
Wow. That's.
Are they indicating 1?
Well,
it's close.
It looks like John's pretty happy. Yeah, it's 2.
2. Wow.
What a beautiful shot.
What a pistol. Holy smokes.
That's why James has beaten me every single time I've played him, is I would have never thought of that. Here's me thinking that intern's going to be the shot that he's going to play. And
I was calling the intern all day myself, but
that was beautiful.
Apparently that's why you and I are career leads.
Absolutely.
And Michael Klink, yes, we agree. What a shot. No kidding. Some amazing action.
I actually said that I was going to chug my beer if he made that.
Yeah,
but,
there you go.
I'm still in shock.
All right, what do we got going on the other sheets while we set up here on sheet D? So we told you about the final, 10-1 for Park over Griffiths on sheet C. Looks like over on sheet B.
Oh, exactly, yeah.
They haven't marked up the score. Oh yeah, no, sorry. Team White did score a single in 5, so it's 3-2 for Meek over White, playing the 6th end, and Hellwig, Mackey, they blanked the 5th end, so it's still tied 4-4 in the 6th end on sheet A.
Keep it clean.
A is an apple, good. Or sheet 1. I don't know why they went to letters. It's for haven't curled at the Calgary Curling Club here for 30 years.
I think it's gonna be good.
And Curling Alberta comes in and changes the numbers to letters. It screws us up. What are they thinking? Oh, and another fun fact from the Clinks. So fun fact number 3 about Mark is their mom won the Manitoba Senior Women's Provincials in 1994. Wow, that's an awesome tradition. So you got each generation has been there. That's awesome. You got a Briar back in the late 20s. You got senior provincials in the 90s. That's amazing.
Junior provincials.
Junior provincials
Okay, whoa.
without a Trans Am.
too high.
That takes a little bit away from that.
Oh, I'm sorry you're disappointed.
Tight guard.
Okay, so I think this is the first corner we've seen from
Yes.
Team 10. So
Yes, it is.
let's hope that we get to another interesting end. The game's been pretty interesting after the
Go
first
after
couple
him.
of ends.
Mark.
This has been a very tight game. That was a big deuce by the Paul team
Huge.
in the 5th end.
Okay, is it D-line?
Huge.
Okay.
So it looks
Get a block,
like
Kelly.
maybe a
Yep,
little
block, Kelly.
hot here.
Hard, Kelly. Hard, Kelly.
Is he looking for a little bit of rub
Hard,
and
Kelly.
roll here? Hoping for
Good.
a tick? No, got around it. Okay.
Still okay. Stacking the 2 on the center. Really just trying to bring play to the center here.
Yep.
Make it tough for Tanton to start using his corner guard.
Draw.
So Colin
Yep.
looking for the control hit and flop behind the guard here, so good call.
You're really doing what, yeah.
Bob.
Nose hit. So was hoping for the roll there, but left a nose. That's fine for now.
Throw house. Nose hit.
So, we're in the 6th end here too. I'd really like to see Team Tanton use that corner, or even put up another one. But that's why James stacked the middle there was to force play to the middle and prevent Team Tanton from setting something up on the outside. But I think James is happy to kind of
Stay close. Yep.
keep playing this
Clean.
and having them chase here.
Yeah,
Yep.
James is happy to have play in the house right now.
Yeah.
He
Good.
doesn't want anything up front.
Nice roll, Kelly.
He's confident with his team and their hit weight ability to just keep playing the house and keep it simple. Okay, so Colin looking for the hit and roll this time. Did he give a hair more ice on this one? Just maybe a broom width more ice. We'll see.
Now.
Sweeping it the whole way. I still
looks like
think
it's-
he's
He threw it good.
pretty close. Now he said he threw it good, so just not enough ice given on the shot there.
Take the blame
I
for
think
once,
they
right?
were trying to roll on both of them. I think you're right. I don't think that last one, it was just an over curl why he got the touch the back
Same
one.
weight.
But I think you're right. They were trying to roll under each time.
So James looking to drag this over just a little bit, get off the center line, make that roll a little tougher.
Yep.
Now you don't want to be so far out that you roll right out.
Yeah, just a flop. Nose isn't terrible.
No, nose is all right too.
Good sweeping, John. Good boy, Kelly.
That's what he likes.
Exactly what he wanted.
Yeah. So Colin's got one more chance at the hit and roll here. He'll still roll under. He'll roll under the guard.
Same weight.
You won't be shot,
Same shot.
but that's not critical right now. You just need to take advantage of this guard. Would you ever just ignore it and go, now that that rock's high enough and your draw behind the guard is going to be shot or second shot at least, would you ever ignore it, or you think it's a little too early to do that, Brad?
Well, my humble lead opinion, I don't think it's a terrible idea.
Yep.
I guess it's just what your team prefers to do.
right.
But
Whoa.
if you're going to be using your corner,
Hard.
this puts a pretty high rock up. Yeah, seeing you're going to roll out
You
here.
can't
So
roll out, yeah.
so I'm wondering when James is actually even going to rip like
that
potentially
corner.
even rip it. Yeah. Yeah.
And
exactly.
I think he heard you. our microphones don't reach down there, folks, but being a couple of pretty intelligent leads up here and having the power of original 16 behind us, we know exactly what needs to be called.
I know what's going to happen in 7 shots.
Yep.
Are you kind of like
Yep.
a curling master, kind of like a chess master? You know,
Roll to
7
the center,
plays
John.
ahead.
John, roll to the center if you can.
I don't dream about
Okay.
curling,
Don't dream
thankfully.
about curling. I've had nightmares about curling.
I've
After
lived
some
nightmares.
lived
of-
nightmares
yeah.
about curling after some shots.
Yes.
So, bit of mistake there by the Paul team. He did
Yeah.
not want to leave that shooter right there. Not the end of the world. At least if he does have to do a run back, it is his own rock.
Bob.
Is he?
He's playing the freeze here. I think he
Okay.
called the freeze.
Okay.
So,
Which, you
Okay,
know,
roll.
okay.
yeah, it's
Oh.
it's an option.
That's what happens when we're leads. We're just always learning, right?
Whoa.
So,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
Whoa,
Like, I
get the
think
air,
utilizing
whoa.
that corner, how we were still in, what, this is third.
This is third, first rock.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think I'd have gone behind the corner. The freeze is, you
Don't
know,
play house or
today
normal.
with how lively the houses and the rocks are, it is so hard to make that perfect freeze and not give your opposition the opportunity for the, you know, up weight,
Yeah.
double, remove everything, including the shooter.
Whoa. Whoa. Clean.
Try and leave that freeze for
Clean
the
out.
last possible
Yep.
opportunity.
Yep.
So James
Whoa,
happy
clean.
just to hit
Yep.
and
Yep. Good
hit and
shot.
remove this rock.
Interesting here.
Okay. Well, you could go back to a little hit and flop.
Creating just stones in the back of the house aren't
That's
helping.
A bit of a wall. Yeah, it's
aren't
helping.
them out.
Yeah. So Colin calling the freeze again.
You know, Warren
Lots of room. Lots of
through
room.
this last
Bob.
shot, so I expect him. He's going to have pretty good weight dialed
Pretty
in
close.
here.
Yeah.
Lots of room. Wait's there. Wait's there. Whoa. Whoa. It's there. It's there. Hard. Hard.
Look
Really
at this,
nice.
beautiful.
Wow,
Did he get
what a
on the
pistol.
inside of it a bit too?
Just
A bit.
just
I
a
don't know if I
bit.
can get
Yeah.
that out, Mark.
That's really great.
That is a pistol.
Well,
Yeah.
why use a corner
Oh, so
guard,
right
right?
there?
When
Right,
you
when you just
make
make
it
the perfect
freezes.
freeze.
Yeah, absolutely.
James saying he's not sure if he can make it out. Yeah, he kept it on the right side of center.
Anything on the inside there, and
And
it's
it's gone.
yeah, anything on the outside there, and for
Right.
sure James can get it out. But
Yeah.
that's
Nope,
a really
that's
nice shot
walked
that
on,
was
so
just
no
made.
shit.
Yeah. Real
And
good.
so, what did James just say? He said nose,
Just
right?
post weight.
Yeah, that's the only thing about like dead nosing shots like that is that our dead nose freezing is that the other team can turn around and make the exact same thing
shot.
and make it turn around really quick.
Yep.
But still, great shot there by Warren.
Yep. Yep. Hard, Kelly.
Working it hard here.
Hard, Kelly. Hard.
Is he over curling a bit on this?
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's.
All right.
I think this is the first end we saw like 2 in-outs hits, right? And
Yeah.
both curled.
Yep.
Yeah.
So where do you put this that you don't leave a double? Can you get it behind the guard and be second shot
freeze
and
here.
not leave a double? I
Yeah,
think so.
look at this freeze. I'm like, if you're going to be making freezes like this, I feel like that's a great
That's
spot.
the-
But
yeah.
I don't
Try it.
think. I don't
Bump
think
it.
drawing behind the guard's gonna.
Because they'll be even, right?
Because can you even get second shot? Like it's. I think you're running out a little bit of room.
Are you? You might be. Yeah, you might be.
You have to make it. There's not very much room to be second shot there.
You'd have to be touching tee, I think. I think you'd have to
Yeah.
get right to tee. Yeah, our great camera
No,
operators there trying to give us another angle. and
Perfect.
Thank you, guys. Good job.
We
Yeah,
just
that's a
need
little further out.
Warren to just take a step back and give us a hole.
Yeah, no, I think I even if you're right to tee, I don't think you're.
You guys be hitting this?
It's really close.
Yeah, it's tough. This. So he's hitting this now. Yeah. Right.
Okay, so
Well,
keep
would
it simple.
Just wondering if you leave the double. No, I don't. It's.
Yeah, they're pretty. They'll be right dead across from each other.
But then who knows?
Well,
James might have this crazy tick off the front that we
you
don't
never-
know what
yeah,
kind
we
of
don't
angle.
know about. Yeah, after the
secret shots that we have no idea exist.
After the last end there, that in up off for second shot, that's a pistol. Holy
Team
smokes.
Tanton here, though, doing very good at keeping the pressure on.
Yep.
Got to go here. Carve.
Really need to stick around here.
That's there. He's going to be unfortunately disappointed with that one.
Not going to like that at all. No, you need to stick around.
Little flop here, eh? Guy can go this.
That's what's tough about curling, though, too, right? Is
I'll
it
just
just
throw this out turn here.
every
Off of it,
single
good.
shot is so critical.
Well, James just needs to
Let's
get in the hack,
roll
take
behind the
advantage of just roll behind the guard. Even if you don't roll behind the guard, not really the end of the world. Get rid of it first for sure, but you can put a ton of pressure on by rolling behind the guard.
Absolutely.
Yep. 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 Oh, Kelly. John.
Good sweep the whole way,
hard.
on, off, on,
Roll it,
off.
Billy.
He's
On
going
the
to
nose.
be
Missed the
close.
roll.
Sorry, guys.
Okay, missed the roll, but got rid of the main objective, which is hit the rock. It will give Colin a chance to blank the end at least, salvage a bit of that. So if Colin makes this, he's down 2 with hammer and 2 ends to go. So certainly not out of it.
Buckle up.
Yeah, it will be a race to the finish.
But we need to take left. Biggie do.
Just a good heavy clean the whole way down.
Yeah.
Never
Don't
doubt.
miss that one. Can do 2 in a row there. Great shots.
No,
to
awesome.
to save that end there.
Absolutely.
So
So
after
blank
6,
end.
yeah, after 6, 5-3 for James Paul with Team 10 having last rock going into the 7th.
What do we got going on in the other sheets, Brad?
What do we got here? So sheet A, that's Helwig Mackey.
Looks like they blanked 6.
Blank 6, there you go. That's the other thing with as being a lead. I don't even know how to read a scoreboard because I don't touch the scores, right? So thanks for helping me out there.
Heard you were struggling. Thought I'd step in.
Here, let me try sheet B, though.
Okay.
Sheet B, they haven't finished 6 yet, so I don't have to try to attempt to read the scoreboard. But
Terry Meek throwing his last rock at the
looks
end.
like he might be drawing for 3, though, potentially.
Maybe just 2.
2 or 3.
2 or 3, yeah. Looks pretty good.
Yeah.
2 for sure.
So what do we got there? Meek is up 3-2 on the scoreboard right now, so it's either going to be 5-2 or 6-2 after they count him up.
Yeah, they kicked him off right away. They're not measuring, so whatever it is, they've agreed. We'll wait for the score to get put up. And looks like it was just
You
2.
leave a wide open draw and I'll miss it.
Oh, they got. I forgot. Once you have officials out there, stuff like this happens instantly.
Just does it, yes. Don't have to rely on
Thank you
those
to those
curlers.
guys too, guys and ladies. That is a thankless job, is being an official. That's super important at this level, and I think a lot of them are volunteers.
They are, yep.
I think some of them might get a little bit of compensation, but it's so critical to have officiating at this level and making sure that fair play is happening on the ice. So thanks to all of them.
Absolutely,
Go
yeah.
hack.
That is, one of the amazing things about this sport is the volunteerism that happens in it at all levels, right from the grassroots, juniors, all the way up to seniors, masters. It is just amazing and a great way to get involved in your community. So, you know what? If you're interested and ever wondered what's going on in curling, another way to get involved is look into volunteering.
Whoa! Whoa! Mark!
Okay,
Mark!
so we're back to center guards here.
And that same strategy
Good shot,
about
John.
coming around.
Yep.
You know, maybe. Hidden and rolling open. Okay.
Interesting. Playing the hit and roll here, and he's right just above tee. So
I guess you have no other choice though, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
true. Yeah, you've decided you're not playing guards to the wings, so if you're not going to do that, then I guess hit and roll to the centers is all year.
No, it's fine.
Yeah, I think.
Or are you playing for a blank end and try and get your deuce and
No,
eight
it's
and
it.
take it to the extra?
I don't know. I feel it's just.
House.
I guess we're in 7 now, right? So
We are.
maybe.
Take your chances, try and get the deuce and eight, tie it up, and
Just make
score
sure-
the
yeah.
extra, steal the extra.
That's still. It doesn't matter though, right? It's like if they score 2 here, and it's still a
You still gotta
critical
steal
point
eight.
in 8,
Yeah,
right?
you still
So
gotta
it's like
steal eight.
that
so.
tie in the last end is like I don't know how good of a play it actually is to
clean,
go into
clean.
having hammer, right? Unless you're like, hey, I think I
Mark.
can generate a 3, no problem.
Right. Which, with the center line no tick, 5 rock rule, 3s are in play, but we haven't
Shot.
seen any in this game.
That's because they've been all used up on sheet C.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah.
The Shane Park team stole them all today.
Did you see there's a 7 hung on the boards?
No, I
yeah.
missed that.
It was on the women's side.
Okay.
But I think it was. I saw a 7 get hung up on a board for a steal.
Oof. You know, our general manager here at the Calgary Curling Club was playing Thursday night evening league, and we've got Arnold Asham in the house. Arnold was here during the Scotties. Excuse me, came for a visit. Arnold's a good friend of our general manager, Bob Genoway. Bob is playing a game, laying 6. He's laying 6. He's got hammer. His opposition
Oh, same
skip
weight, Kel.
throws, rubs off a guard,
Same
rolls
weight.
out. Bob has an opportunity to throw a wide open draw behind a bunch of cover, lay 7. What does he do? Throws it through the house.
Oh no.
And then he did the same with his 8th rock. He went from
Oh,
a
no.
potential 8-ender to a. Well, he did score his 6, but how do you give up the opportunity?
A
to
skip's
score?
non-8-ender.
A skip's non 8-ender.
Yeah.
That's birdie to a bogey right there.
Yeah.
That's a 3-jack on the putting green if I ever saw it. So
Hard.
Bob's a great guy though, and he's probably going to write about it in his weekly newsletter.
he will probably write about it in his newsletter. Absolutely.
Okay.
I was fortunate enough to play the cool shots in the Briar Patch against Arnold and beat him.
No way.
I
There you
told him
go.
though after how many pairs of shoes I've bought my entire life,
He owed you one.
he owed me one. Yeah.
Arnold's a great guy, great friend of the game. Love what they've done for the curling world. So really appreciate everything Asham Curling has done for this game.
Absolutely.
And just a fabulous person. Okay, so again, trying to come around the center guard here. The Paul team has to be really happy with this setup. I'm not seeing as much curl here. I thought that would have tucked a little better under. I don't know, maybe if you got a little wide. You know, common trait at the Calgary Curling Club is if you ever flare that release just a hair, I don't know what magic our ice makers have, but they punish you for flaring. You have got to release that rock clean at the Calgary Curling Club. If you don't,
Whoa.
it just runs straighter than you expect.
John.
So have to have a really clean release.
Hard, John. Right to it. Right to it, John. Right to it. 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 Okay, Mark.
So nice hit and roll there.
No reason to really stick in the back.
No reason to stick around tall. Just keep this simple. James is quite happy to.
Yeah, it'll be interesting though if I think we're at Warren's throwing here. I can't see, but if Warren makes a really good one here too, like does James freeze on top of it and try and start like forcing.
Forcing?
Yeah.
Not wrong.
This is great, eh? Nobody's ever listened to us for this
I
long
know,
talk about
but-
strategy.
We have a captive audience.
Stacked this guard here, so might be some licking of the chomps here for a
There's his-
force.
yeah.
It might not be stacked, but turn the
No,
tables
but
on
you
where
got-
the pressure's coming from here now.
You got two guards. If James's team can come around and overbury just a hair, he's in really good shape.
Easy, Kel. Easy, Kel. Easy, Kelly. Roll off, Kelly. Oh.
Oh,
Well,
looking out
we're
there.
wide open here, Kelly. No,
I think
no,
it might
no,
be
no, no.
fooling them too. I think you just get a
No.
little bit more
Yeah, go ahead, John.
curl coming home on
coming
this
home.
side of the
Yeah,
sheet.
Yeah,
And
I agree.
Right back.
as soon as it straightens up a hair on ice this fast too, like
Yep.
you rocks easily go farther than you want them to.
Yes. So opportunity for Tanton. Get around here. He's tightened the ice up just a hair. Nope. Going back out to outside of the 8-foot line. Interesting. Okay.
He's icing it for you.
I think so. He's looking for the bobber duck hook here. Take a right turn at Albuquerque, right at the hog line. Just
Watch
zoom,
this.
right on a joystick. No, he's got too much rotation. That's never going to hook. And look at this coming right back
It's
to
just-
the
I think
to
it
the
is.
Paul
I
Rock.
think it's just a bit straighter and just that much
Just
faster.
that little
But
bit
this one
quicker.
was just overthrown.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was. Yeah, that was. So
But
like
still, what do we hear?
back and
Skips
forth,
first
just looking
rocks, right?
inside.
yeah,
You
skips
know,
first rocks.
Right there.
Rocks at the back of the house. So who knows what team Tanton's going to do here, right? Like you can easily flip this and go for a skips deuce.
Yeah. Yeah,
back
you
weight.
got some catchers back there. You've got.
That's why, yeah.
So we suddenly switch from a nice clean, we're probably going to go straight to blank, to all of a sudden there's rocks in play.
that's why you throw those guards up, kids. Is
That's
'cause
right.
you're chasing on the outside of the sheet the whole time, and all of a sudden, 3/4 of the way through the end, let's
like-
use a guard finally, right? And it
Yep.
gets messy.
Yep. So we'll see if James picks up on the weight here. They've got to brush down on it pretty quick. Calling hard.
He's tapping this, right? Yeah.
John!
Yeah.
Looks like he's got
Hard,
probably
John!
board
Hard!
a little bit more.
Yep. So real nice. Got his hit and flop there. But
Sweeping.
But exactly.
you're behind T. You can the Tanton team can take its a bit of an advantage back to them now.
Would you all come to the back, Rock here? Or would
no.
you just go top four?
No, top four is best. I
Well-
mean, you can if you're hair heavy. It's
It's always
not the end of the world. But again, if you come a hair heavy, you come back to the back one, then you give James a chance to get out of this. So
Yeah.
no, you really do want top four.
I don't think James is quite sitting full four, so you got quite a bit of room up top there.
Yeah, even if you're half, 3/4 on, I think you're going to be shot. So, very delicate shot here.
Bob
This is
only Bob.
both about line and weight. Looks like he's wide again.
We got good weight here finally,
Yeah.
right? We got both sweepers, so
Yeah.
we'll see how much finish happens here.
Yeah.
Hard!
Okay. So they did come to the back one there again. But, like I said, James
Walking on,
now.
that's pretty good.
Yeah, if you get right there, right on nose, hair inside nose, that's. I don't see a shot for two for the Tanton team. I guess if you're a hair short and a hair inside, maybe you can do a delicate tap if you're Tanton
Walk it
for
on.
two, but If James locks this on like he says, it'll be tough for Tanton to manufacture a
What's
deuce
that?
out of this.
Yeah, just
That's what makes
T-line
curling
is
so
good.
hard
It's-
is
Because
the
T-line
other
means that
team's
we
always
walk
trying
on
to
it,
do
so-
better than you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't hammer it early because it takes a sweet ass time to come over at the end, So
He's not wrong, but it's in the spots.
Family friendly
I think it's
way
there.
to
It's
describe
there.
that.
Whoa,
shot.
Kelly! Whoa! Stay close.
Another
You have
great-
to
Kelly,
expose the
Kelly.
young ones here
Yep.
to
Yeah, that's
how
right.
what they're here on the ice.
Yeah.
Hard. Hard.
Is this over curling a bit?
I think he's good.
No, he's good.
It might be,
Okay.
but I don't
Well-
know if he has a chance for 2 or not.
There might be. You don't have to push that very far. You only have to push it.
Here, right?
I guess we just can't. Oh, there we go. Thanks, video team here.
Yeah, I gotta make sure.
I think that there might. It's just the only thing is it's been really straight, right? Like
Has been.
James got. He was well by the guard though, and still got an inside roll. Yeah.
Yeah.
Might be
Yeah.
closer to the T line or sort of the center line here too, and it might
Back
curl a little
four. We
bit
gotta
more. We
make
saw a
sure we
lot of
get
movement on the inside of the forefoot. So
Yeah.
and
So where's that break?
Colin's
right?
taking less ice here definitely too.
He is,
So
yeah. So you play. Oof. I think either way you're throwing for tap weight because I think he's touching the pin there, covering the pin. So you do have to move him regardless. Called for back 4. Okay. Really precise shot here.
yeah, I think you're drawing for 1. And
Bob.
if everything's perfect, your sweepers are
You're-
going to sweep their butts
Sweep
off
you
for
and
2.
get you your deuce.
Yeah.
Bob, only.
Same thing.
They got to work it
happened,
a lot here. He's outside. No. Just didn't quite catch that break. Weight was perfect.
Yeah.
Weight was perfect. Just didn't
Just
have
tough
the line.
spot there.
Yep, didn't
Yeah.
have the line. Steal a 1. Steal a 1 for James Paul to go up 6-3 over Colin Tanton after 7 ends. Over on the other sheets here. Let's see, what do we got going on sheet B? Team Meek versus Team White. They are in the 7th end. Terry scored his deuce in 6, so he's up. And we don't have, neither sheet A or B have finished the 7th end. So we'll give them, they've still got a few rocks to come. I'm just waiting for the official to put up the score on sheet A, Hellwig versus Mackey. So Hellwig scored a deuce in 7, so it is the Hellwigs 6-4 up on Steve Mackey after 7 ends on sheet A. And was that a steal? On sheet A, it was a steal of 2. Wow. Yeah, you're right, because they blanked, the Hellwig scored in 4, and then they blanked 5, blanked 6, and then stole 2 and 7. Wow. Okay, so 6-4 for Hellwig over Mackey after 7 ends on sheet A, and we'll wait for the update on sheet B. They've got a couple rocks to come yet. Wade White's throwing right now. I can't quite see how many rocks are left to come yet, so from our vantage point. But he's shooting against, well, Meek is laying 1 right now. Wade White just made a nice hit and roll. He's probably sitting 2 behind a guard. Okay, Brad, so I just gave the update that Hellwig is up 6-4 on sheet 8 by stealing 2 in the 7th end over Steve Mackey. And we're waiting for Skip's rocks here on sheet B. So back to our game action here.
What happened there
on
Team Paul's? Oh, they're throwing it through. Sorry,
they're throwing their second lead stone through. So he's got his first rock on the button.
Oh,
Yeah,
but
Throwing the second one through. The Team Tanton lead put his guard up in a corner guard. So interesting, with the 5 rock rule, I like stacking button or 4 foot, 8 foot, 12 foot. I like stacking those first 3 rocks when I've got a lead and just make the other team chase, and they got to make doubles or triples. So interesting on the throw through strategy there.
Daryl.
Oh, you like to clutter up the center.
I like to clutter up the center. If I've got a lead, and whether I have hammer or not, if I got a lead, and
now we got to stop.
if I don't have hammer and 8, I like cluttering up. Give me 4 foot, 8 foot, 12 foot, and then make that opposition chase me.
Come to think of it, even what I've been watching this year with the tour teams, I think that they even. I think I've seen even guards go up.
Yeah.
With the no tick rule.
Yep.
And then instantly make it a super tight end at that point.
Yep.
But
James throwing another one through here.
They might have some secret sauce here. James Paul team with some muscle, being able to just start throwing weight at everything.
Yeah, those 2 guards didn't.
Anyway.
Well, double stacked like that, I guess it's not terrible. Not really what you want, but you do have you got guards on the one side, so few rocks to come yet. We're not over.
Nope.
But Colin Tanton does have some work to do and needs to make every shot perfectly from here on out, and probably needs a miss or 2 from the James Paul
He's
team.
here. He's here.
Again, that's the hard part about curling is the other team wanting to do good too, right? So
Yep.
Yeah. Might have didn't quite leave enough angle yet, but
Daryl, what's that?
see they are taking quite a bit of ice actually. No, looks pretty good.
So Wade White just scored a deuce in the 7th end over on sheet B against Terry Meeks. So Terry is up 5-4, coming home with the hammer. He's got a 1-point lead with hammer. So Terry will be happy about that.
Yep.
Yeah, both those sheets, the teams that are at 3 and 2, they're ahead.
Mark, roll the yellow.
So this
roll
is
the yellow, Mark.
the game we're watching here. This is the
pivotal one.
This is the pivotal one because they're both at 3 and 2. So you get some
Loser
front
this,
runners here. Yeah, you get
Loser
your
this is out.
3 front runner teams at that point. Or no, sorry, Parks at 3 and 2 as well,
Parks
right?
at 3 and
so
2 as well. Yep. Yep. But loser of this game is definitely out.
Yeah, potentially. I'll just take a look.
I guess it'll depend on last shot draw, but because you'll have 3 teams with only 2 losses still. So.
Daryl.
I really like these cutthroat round robin qualify to 3 formats. I think it makes for a lot of fun.
Yep.
Makes for a lot of a lot of games remain important even when you're at the top of the standings and you're playing somebody who's just playing for pride. That can be a big damaging game too.
It can be, yes.
I love these round robin cutthroat formats.
So James just looking to remove this guard here, keeping things as simple as possible. He owns the pin right now, so for him it's just a process of elimination.
Yep. Oh.
Uh-oh.
Roll it, John. As long as you don't square nut jam
Does
this
he?
trick now.
Oh, he jammed that. That's not what he wanted.
That's now the curling gods being involved.
That might have been the commentator's curse. I talked about just keeping it simple, and the Paul team with a bit of a mistake there. Not the total end of the world.
Still going to make your shots here.
Yep.
So, the good thing for Team Paul is that it's open in the front, but the good thing for Team Tanton is that there's lots of rocks on the outside, and they can start generating some points here.
Yeah,
so
there's stuff to hide around.
Yeah. There's a big turnaround there on the last shot. I want to see fun fact number 4 from the Klink family and
Before
say
we
that
finish off?
that's how that's how they win games 3-up is by that shot that Mark just made. Might be
You got any of it?
pretty good shot there.
Yep.
Pretty good shot
You want to play
from Warren.
hack or board?
Sounds like he's got a piece of it. He's asking if he wants to play hack or board, so he must be able to see a piece. This angle doesn't look like there's anything showing, but obviously that looks like a hack waiter to me.
Whoa! Kelly! Kelly!
Might be a little heavy here.
That
Hard,
guard
Kelly!
is pretty high, so
Oh, yeah.
Hard, Kelly! Hard, Kelly!
they're
Hard,
working
Kelly!
it. They're working. He got by the card by quite a bit, but it's coming.
Roll.
Does he got a
Now
piece?
roll on top of it.
And then rolls on
Sweeper.
top. Wow.
See, I'm telling
Pistol.
you, that's a fun fact number 4 there.
There, that's right. Yep.
That's it. It was a strategy.
There you go. Yeah, if you miss one, then make a beauty in the next one, right? Just
Absolutely.
rebound right back. So Colin's just looking to keep hiding behind those guards for right now. That's kind of all he's got is his saving grace. Get his winning shots over there, and then he's going to have to hope for a miss on James's last one because James is always going to have the 4-foot.
Mark only. Mark
regardless.
only.
But
Mark only.
they have 3 rocks left and only need 3 points, right? So
Right.
you just need 3 good ones in a row. But
Yep.
this one looks hot.
Yeah.
Really hot.
I think. Got a sticker. It should slow down here. Yeah. Okay.
I don't
coming
know.
down.
This is a pretty fast spot on the ice here, inside out.
Oh,
Yeah.
can't have that. No, definitely don't want to be that deep. So, miss there, big miss by the Tanton
Normal.
team.
Even up normal. Contact on the...
James
the
isn't going to
Paramore.
mess around here. He's looking to spill everything.
Anything 3/4 or greater on this top.
And it's all gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just got to hit Kelly's side of the rock and we're... Yeah. Oh, normal, up normal. Like, or even up normal. Like, just contact.
If James makes everything go away, I think that clinches the game for him because I don't think there's any kind of raise for 3. No, there's not a
Hard.
raise for 3. So
Hard.
even just get rid of the
Good.
red rock.
Good.
And I think that is considered a win for the James Paul team.
So our game will go down as 6-3 for
Yep.
Team Paul. That puts them at 4-2 and dropping Team Tanton down to 3-3.
All right. Can we switch the cameras over to sheet B? Can we swing the cameras over to sheet B? Or sheet A, either one. We'll try and get over to another game here, folks. There we go. Sheet B, Meek versus White. Let's see if we can catch these guys.
So what do we got here? So
So this is
Terry
the eighth
has
end.
Hammer in 8,
Yep.
and he's up 1.
Terry's got Hammer. He's 1 up in 8, and they are on
Looks
thirds for stones.
There we go. Look at this camera crew.
Well, let's
10
look
out
at
of
that.
10. What an honor to be part of this team. Well, just as we kind of come to an end here for this, what would this be? The 6th draw, I guess, right?
Yep.
Thanks for inviting me here.
Yeah,
Rob?
great job, Brad.
Yeah, great job to you too. It was great to come back to the club and hang out for the afternoon here
Awesome.
today.
Well, we loved having you back. Brad was off with injury this year, but he's going to come back charging hard next year. he
Spring League.
promises.
Watch
Spring
out, I'm going to
League,
throw
yeah,
my first
that's
rock
right.
next week.
That's awesome.
I just wanted to give a shout out. I know my grandma's probably listening too, so I just thought I'd say hi to her. I'm her second favorite curling Brad, with the first one being Brad Gushu.
Brag.
So, yeah.
Well, he's
I don't
that's a
blame
pretty
her.
good, pretty good first, but I'm sure you're 1A, Brad, not 2, 1A. Oh, a little bit of a tick out of the Meek team there. Not what they wanted. Terry won't be happy with that shot from Ralph.
Creating a little bit of a basket there for
Yeah.
Wade.
Wade can come into the pocket here. He can sink a good one.
Really, this would have been a really fun game to watch too. Two
Yep.
very seasoned teams. Very both of them in men's and I think in seniors have had tons of successes.
Yep. And have played each other several times.
Several times, yes. And I think I've been beat by them many times, both of them combined.
I've lost to Terry Meek many times. I've never played Wade White, but definitely played Terry a bunch of times. Although I did make a pistol through a port earlier this season on Monday men's that he still hasn't forgiven me for.
He just
So
wants
the
to get
white
some
team,
free drinks out of
what
it.
a nice shot by the white team here,
Yeah,
coming
this
in
is perfect.
Coming in just perfect. So this is really cutting down that scoring area for Terry. Terry's got to make a decision here. Is he going to try and rip some guards? It's a little too late to do that. Does he try and get in there?
So he only needs one though, right? And he is sitting one. I think he's sitting the back red is counting.
Is he still shot?
Yeah.
Well, maybe he is.
Just
okay.
looking at a different angle here.
Okay. Yep.
So I think he's still got the time to
just rip a guard here.
Rip.
Yeah, that's the smart play. If you're shot, keep things as simple as possible. Ralph throws a pretty nice rock, so this should peel off pretty good.
Oops.
And,
well, this is why we switched to this game, because we knew it was going to get interesting.
Absolutely. Not Ralph and Terry are not going to be happy with that end result.
So now they're looking to see if potentially Wade is sitting two.
Yes. Now the button's still open for Terry, so that's not the end of the world. He just needs to
Bobber, do you think we've ever looked this long facing this way out of the glass? Typically we got our backs to the glass and we're having a couple of low-carb Molson Canadians.
Well, from time to time we've done that. Yeah, absolutely. But
sorry, 016s. I didn't mean to say. I totally forgot.
We prefer the original.
Original 16s.
They're a good friend of curling, aren't they?
Yes.
Absolutely. Yeah, we've spent some time in the lounge at the Calgary Curling Club, which is a great place. They got 10 taps. They got Pepino's food. Tons of friendly people here. So would love to have you come down. Our next set of games is at 7 o'clock tonight. So anybody out there listening, don't hesitate to pop down to the Calgary Club. We got some great entertainment here. Some amazing games.
Beer's a fair price.
Beer's a fair price.
Pepino's is a delicious.
It is.
And I don't think that there's an entry fee.
No entry fee. Just come on down.
Support local curling.
Absolutely. So where's Wade trying to get to here?
I feel like he's just is this a guard or is he trying to tuck around and trying to I think just somewhere on the center to kind of
just keep cutting down this scoring area.
Yeah, something to hide behind.
Okay, so Terry's first rock. Do you get there now with the overlap guards and practice your first draw, or does that complicate things? Do you try and rip something off the front and keep it as open as possible? You're not going to have if everything was wide open, you still don't have a great hit on those rocks that are stuck around the forefoot there.
Yellow sitting one.
Yellow sitting one. We're
just
getting
got confirmation.
Brian, our roving reporter, Johnny on the spot, Brian, is telling us that yellow sitting one right now.
I think with Terry, I think you're ripping all day, right?
Yeah.
You want to make sure that you're going to have the best possible last shot to win the game. You're down one, or sorry, you're up one. Try and keep it simple. Remember, keep it simple.
That's right.
That's if you forget that, that's when things get messy.
My dad has reminded me of the KISS rule many times. I think he just likes to call me stupid is really what it is.
I'm just wondering if this is lined up potentially. Like we just have a tough view here, but if the run here even touches the yellows that are in the house.
Does it jiggle things around?
Yeah.
Possibly. let's see what kind of magic Terry has in his back pocket. So Terry can throw weight still. There's a guy who still has that up weight ability. Okay. I think that overcurled a hair on him. He didn't quite achieve his total objective. So, you know, if Wade comes in here and puts this top 4 foot touching top 4, it's really cutting the. Terry's going to have to make a good shot for the win here. He's going to have to draw and almost touch button.
Yeah.
So
he's going to have to Rachel Homan draw.
Yes.
After the Scotties final, I'm taking away the Guy Hemmings draw to a covered button down to Rachel Homan.
Oh,
so,
yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. There was some amazing curling during that Scotties here at the Mark McPhail Center in Calgary a couple weeks ago. Wow.
It was fantastic.
Treated to some amazing shots. Those ladies put on a great show. And a shout out to a couple of young ladies who were representing Yukon territory, Raylyn Helston and the skip. What's her name is escaping me at the moment.
Scoffin.
Bailey Scoffin. Bailey, yes. Sorry, Bailey, for forgetting your name there for a sec. But both Bailey and Raylyn volunteer here at the Calgary Curling Club during our junior program. So just love seeing that. Wow, real pistol here.
This
Holy
is
smokes.
pretty good. I wonder, in that just the way it lined up, I don't even think that Terry can hit this his way out.
No, I think it's draw all day.
Yeah, that Team Yukon story at the Scotties was fantastic, and I think they're at the Canada U Sports right now.
Yep, they are. They got silver.
Silver medal
wow.
for Sates. That's fantastic.
That's awesome.
I would do anything for a medal at Nationals.
At Nationals, absolutely. My favorite story, so Raylyn Helston was 9 years old. The Rock weighed more than she did. And she's playing here at the Calgary Curling Club in our opening Bonspiel called the Good Times Bonspiel. My team, it's my Dollside team, the competitive men's team. We're all in our 40s. We come out against Raylyn playing lead. She's 9 years old. Her older brother's skipping. He's 14, and if he weighs 99 cents soaking wet, that's all he weighed. The Rock weighed more than her, and we thought, what are we wasting our time playing these kids for? Well, they hung a 4-ender on us in the 4th end. Our skip said, no, I got this shot. And Dan Bubola was playing third for us. He said, Chad, if you miss this shot, like they're going to score 4. He's like, no, I got it all day. Don't worry about it. And sure enough, we missed. They hung a 4-ender on us, and those kids played a perfect game, wouldn't let us back in. And so I can proudly say I lost to a Scotties competitor when she was 9 years old at the Calgary Curling Club Good Times Bonspiel. So.
Oh, that's a great story. That's the best thing about being able to play everybody and anybody.
Yeah, we can still touch our stars, right? So what's Terry going to do here?
I think he's drawing pin.
Got to draw the pin. Yep.
Drawing pin to win or potentially to lose.
This is against the loss.
Yeah.
And I don't see the brooms down yet. That's not a good sign.
Yeah, this looks really heavy.
That is not a good sign. Oh, Terry's not going to be happy with that. No. Oh. Is it going to stop? No, that's too hot. That's too hot. So, no. All right. So Wade White wins. Looks like 3 was that 2 for sure. Anyways, yeah. So win for Wade White over Terry Meek, and the Hellwigs hung on and they beat Steve Mackey. So Wade White wins, Shane Park wins, Scott Hellwig wins, and James Paul win today. All right, folks, thank you very much for joining. We're back on the air again at 7 o'clock tonight for the women's game. We'll bring you that. And have a great day. Thanks. Thanks, Brad.
Thank you very much, everybody. Have a great day.